What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Composing with Chandler, a totally unique show which you've never seen before, and you may never see again, as Chandler has no instruments to play for us on the show, and so we're no longer composing with Chandler. The show is just called Chandler, here with special guest Curtis Wolff. So Chandler and Curtis Wolff, our composer for Cox in Space, and a very funny man, and stand-up comedian. Not just funny in his life, but also funny on stage. And we're glad to have him on the show. Curtis, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. This is really exciting. I've never been on a podcast before other than my own,
Oh,
so that's cool.
this your
This is
first
nice.
podcast? Okay, gotcha. As a guest. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Well, welcome to your first podcast as a guest.
Thank you, man.
We're definitely glad to have you. Um, so before we get too carried away, do you want to give any shout outs to where your socials are, where people can find you, so they can look you up while the episode's going on?
Well,
Because
I
you
got
know
a
they're gonna be doing
bunch.
that. They're not
Uh,
gonna be listening to us. They're gonna be doing something else, playing with their phone and listening to us. So.
right. Facebook. My name is Curtis Wolf. I think I don't know if you can find it just by typing that because it's like a nickname. So I don't know how that works on Facebook. But my
It's
real name
definitely
is
hard to
Curtis
find that way.
Wolfenbarger. It's just
Wolfenbarger.
a fucking yeah. It's just a longer name.
And
Everywhere else it's
it's
pretty
spelled
much
like it
Curtis
sounds.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat. TikTok is where I post everything. That's wolf underscore productions dot 98.
Okay, cool.
I post everything on TikTok usually first, and I gotta start using my Instagram more. I have a decent following, and that's just Curtis Wolfenbarger too, I guess. Or no, that's Curtis underscore Wolf 98. So that's I gotta put more stuff on there. I only put like two sets on my Instagram. Everything I basically put is on TikTok and a little bit of YouTube. My YouTube is fucking the Wolf 1201. So you can find me on all those. All of them got a little bit of content. I'm gonna try and start putting more on Instagram, so it's not a waste of fucking plugin.
No, it's all good. It sounds like you're more or less focused on TikTok right now. Um,
Well, it
uh,
gets so much viewership so easier, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
And
exactly.
Facebook. Facebook's the same way for I didn't expect that. I didn't think Facebook was gonna get traction on clips and videos, but it does,
Yeah,
which is
I
crazy to
thought
me.
Facebook had died, but it seems to be having some resurgence of people who just kind of like rallied around it because that's their social media. Like, I definitely thought it had gotten passed over like several generations of social media ago, because that's kind of when I phased out of Facebook. And then I like came
I
back
think
and I was like, dang, there's a whole lot of stuff over
the
here.
meta shit, like they started doing the meta like push, and I guess started being like everybody else in a way. You got Facebook Live, you got all the same, like they all converged to doing the same thing, and now
That's
they're
what it
like,
seemed like. Yeah, there's a dating app on Facebook. There's Marketplace on Facebook. You can go and join social games to play with.
whoa, back in the day it was different. Remember, back in the day, Facebook
Hey, man.
was the social thing for friends and family. Twitter was like this thing that, you do the quick little messages. Snapchat was like the new thing with the just pretty much like photos and quick clips and Instagram. They all had like their own niche, and now they all just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna be the same."
We're gonna steal each
We're
other's
looking at
stuff
all
and
our
just
strength and weakness.
see who can have
Yeah,
it. It's gonna become one conglomerate in the end. It's probably gonna be owned by Disney. Um,
Disney's just gonna be like, "Shoop it up."
yeah, we own whatever the metaverse is and all the social networks all together. It'll just be
Hell
one
yeah.
stream.
Hmm.
So
Bro,
that
so you can get a wife and a couch on the same app with Facebook?
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
that's the dream. That's the American dream.
And it costs
And
you
you
about
can
the
post
same.
it and other people can like it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can swap and trade for other ones if you want to. All on Facebook.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So I use a little bit of everything, and then if you do go to my Facebook, they're all in the fucking the bio. It's just hard to tell people my real name because I'm like, I know it's a bitch. I hope if you Google or not Google, if you go on Facebook and type in Curtis Wolf, I hope I pop up because that's so much easier to say. because that's
that
fucking
is
a
true.
long last name, man.
Well, what is up, Aaron Kozbial? Welcome to the brand new show on this network. It's just called Chandler, because we're not composing anything but jokes and a pleasant evening. Um, and
Awesome.
yeah, I know this is sort of the thing that you love. So here we are all together with our guest Curtis Wolff, who you know. Uh, and we're gonna be talking about his life, his art, stand-up comedy for him. I have some questions that are burning a hole in my very soul. I just, that's what's planned
Can't
for
wait.
tonight. Yeah. Are you down for it? Is the big question.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking, I am ready like Freddy on a good fucking nightmare. So
That's what's
we're
up.
good.
Aaron Cosbiel, are you ready for this?
I am very ready. Let's chat and hang out and have fun.
Okay, that's awesome. So the first question I had for you is that last night we were messaging back and forth confirming this date, and you said that you were at an album release party for a friend. Um,
Yes, sir. Yep.
first of all, I mean, let me ask you this question first before you reveal the friend. Is the album any good?
I think it is really good.
Okay,
It's not particularly my type of music,
okay,
I can listen to it for sure. Yeah, it's good in its own right of its own genre, and
okay.
I got so many bits. I made so many bits just being there in that environment because I haven't went to a concert since 2018, and it was the same genre because it was for him back when he
Oh,
was in a different band.
okay,
But but it was like it ain't. I like most music. I can listen to pretty much anything, to be honest. This is
fair.
death metal. This is
Okay.
screamo,
So,
hard rock, and
so you're like not your
I'm
go-to
like
every day.
I can appreciate it. I really can. But it's I don't know. It's hard to describe as it's more of like the vocals are not a thing, basically, at the end of the day. It's more like the vocals add to the beat drum. They're not really vocals, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
don't
they're an
think
instrument.
it's, yeah, it's more of an instrument than it is a lyricist at that point. Because it's like dude, and I mosh pitted for the first time. I never went into
Oh,
mosh pits, and that was
fun.
fucking wild as fuck, dude. And like, you can tell when it starts because he'll fucking just like start going, and then he's like, "Come on!" And he fucking go, and I'm like, "Oh my God, there it goes, they're fucking doing it." Like it was really cool. It was like a really good community that's was oddly very similar to the comedy scene. I didn't expect that. Some people brought their kids and had like these fucking earmuffs that you would put on to go to like the gun range, and I'm like, this is like Cedar Point for grunge fans. This is crazy. This is fucking nuts. All the other bands were fucking amazing. Like, it's not my type of music really, but I fucking got down to it. It was cool. It was, and it's fucking. I'm going deaf. I'm like, I probably should have got those because they have earplugs at the bar, and I'm like, I should have probably got some of those.
Right, because they were just
But
warning you
that's,
subtly, like, "Hey, oh, it's about to be loud."
but at the end of the day, that's a part of the experience. If you're not leaving the club fucked up in the head, like, oh, I can't fucking hear shit, then it ain't as fun. So.
Right. Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
hey, if any of those kids are really good at screaming, that could be a gift that they encourage towards art.
Dude,
Right.
it's insane because I met a lot of the bands before it because I knew one of the lead singers, so I guess I was privy to meeting everybody.
Oh,
So I
wow.
was
Okay,
meeting a
cool.
lot of the bands, and they were such normal guys, bro. They're just like me and you, and they get up there,
Yeah, exactly. Right.
like, how are you doing that right now? I talked to you outside. You were like a dork. You were like
Right.
a really chill, regular dude. You just go up there and kills it, and that was awesome, dude. That was really fun. I got hammered as fuck. We were gonna take some fucking LSD after me and the band, but I ended up having to go home, and I think he was really fucking tired, and I mosh pitted, so I was sore. I'm like, I don't know, maybe another night, dude. Another night, not tonight.
If
I'm
you had
cool.
if you had dropped that tab, none of those things would have mattered for about 18 hours. And then it would have
Oh
all
yeah.
hit you at once, but um, you wouldn't have cared to.
Or it would all have mattered at the same time.
Right. Well, it could have
My
been
whole trip is my
become a
fucking
very
elbows
profound
hurt.
experience. Yeah, exactly. The pain in my elbow is actually the representation of who I am. Um,
Bro, my elbow's red as fuck. I don't even know where, and it just starts spreading. Your whole arm becomes red, and you're like, and you just can't. You had like your arms are out, and you can't put them in anymore. You're like, nope, I can't move them. Like, you never know how trips could go.
It's just so many different ways. Aaron, I think you sounded like you wanted to chime in.
No, no, I made my joke about kids. Uh,
Nice.
Man,
So
that's a.
sorry.
What's your next question, man? Let's see
Ye-
what you got.
I was just curious. So this is the thing. It sounds like you are not unfamiliar with psychedelics, because you're like casually being like, yeah, I could drop acid, or I could go home, go to sleep, right?
Dude, I tripped a lot. I've done my fair share of tripping. I haven't done it in probably like 5 years. I haven't had a trip in 5 years ish.
Wow.
So I
Like
haven't
not at
tripped in a
all, like
while,
not
but
even like microdosing or anything like
did
that.
did the phrase
no,
"don't be trippin'" influence that?
Yeah, exactly. I
no,
think
I think I've just really tripped too much, and then
okay.
it started to affect my weed high. So I was like, well, what do I do more often? Smoke weed or do acid? I was like, I smoke more weed. I don't even smoke weed much anymore because I do think it ruined. Well, I don't think it ruined my high. This is funny because it's a callback to when I first started tripping in high school.
Okay.
Because a lot of people would come to me because I was the only one. There's like two or three people at my high school that knew about acid and shrooms. So a lot of people would come to me and ask me for advice about things. And one of their questions would be, does it affect your weed high? I heard if you do acid, it'll fuck your weed high up. And I'm like, nah, nah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Like, and I'm like, I'm just shit talking because I have no fucking idea. But, I want another person to have fun because I had fun. So, I don't think but I don't know. But go ahead and find out. And then I found out. I was like, okay, yeah, weed is so much simpler now. I can smoke the smallest amount and I get visuals now just because I trip so much. So
Yeah.
I get more of a bang for my buck, I think, out of the dispos and shit. but
Right.
but I can't smoke a shitload of, well, I mean I can though. I don't know. I don't know about tripping. I don't know. It's a bitch. Last time I tripped hard was with my girlfriend because she never tripped before.
Okay.
And I remember that was like a minute before I tripped. Like it would have been probably a year or two. And I was like, I haven't tripped in a minute. I took a tab. And she reminded me of the rest of the story. I forgot the rest the other day. She told me. But I took the tab and I'm fucking sitting there with her and the walls start breathing like they normally do.
Right.
But like my
As
heart
they do.
rate
Yeah.
started going crazy and I'm like, oh no. Like I started kind of having like a mini panic attack and like she was like, give me a hug, it'll be okay. I hug her and I look behind her head and everything's like shoo, shoo, shoo. I'm like, oh no. But eventually, like, that's just like the ride. That's the
Yeah.
roller coaster. Once
It,
you get to a point, you start calming down. And she reminded me, I took another tab that night. So it must not have been that big of a deal.
okay. You're just like, let's keep
And
it
we
rolling.
had a lot of good trips. I've never really had a bad time. I mean, I've had a couple bad trips, but it wasn't my fault. It was someone else tripping out, not me. And I had
Oh,
to like
okay.
babysit.
While
But I've
you're
never really
tripping,
had a bad trip.
ugh,
Yeah,
it's so hard
I've
because you're
had some
like, look,
bad
man, I'm here
trips.
with you, right? Like, my face is also melting. What do you want me to do?
Man, I had this one dude that he was it's such an awkward scenario. Like it's gonna sound bad shit when I say it, because
Okay, that's it.
it was literally like it was like he was my elementary school or one of my elementary school bullies because I was like Slim Shady and got bullied by like three black dudes all the time in
Jeez,
like
dude.
fifth and sixth grade,
Sorry.
and we kind of like squashed that beef through high school,
Okay.
and I don't know if like there was some inner things in his head because I had memories of that and he probably did too, and acid will bring those out, or I don't know what the fuck. But he never tripped before. We got off work, we worked together at that point, and he came over. We both popped a tab, and it was kind of my fault. Is what I'm from my perspective. I can see what might have happened because I put on Eminem because he liked hip hop. I like hip hop, and I thought Eminem was a good middle ground. But I played early Eminem,
Oh,
and early Eminem is a little. dicey when it comes to tripping on acid. It's dark. It's fucked up. There's many things going on with that.
Yeah.
And I just had like a
His rhymes are still tight,
background
though.
fucking like a trippy video playing with Eminem in the background, and he's like starts pacing, and he's like, you know what, maybe I just need some food. Maybe I need some food. So he puts chicken nuggets in my oven and starts pacing again, forgets about the chicken nuggets, and just starts tripping. And I remember we locked eyes because I had like a coffee table with my keys on it. And he looked at my keys, looked at me, I looked at my keys, looked at him, and I'm like, don't do it, bro. Don't fucking do it. Because he's panicking. He's having a panic moment. So he takes my keys and runs outside,
Oh no.
acting like he wants to just go home. He just wants to go home, which I totally get it. But sometimes you gotta, not be a bitch. But
you just gotta ride it out. Don't put other people in danger.
This panic moment.
Yeah.
We're out in my fucking parking lot, and I'm like, dude, and I like turn my fucking ghetto on. I turn like I changed my whole personality to be like, dude, you gotta fucking we got fucking neighbors out here, bro. We got you can't be doing shit like this. We gotta get in, right? And like after the fact, after all that happened, and I got him back in my apartment and just chilled, I was like, this is very reminiscent of Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, remember when Jeffrey Dahmer had that dude that was fucked up and like ran away, and then like he coerced him back in somehow? I'm like, this feels really fucked, and I can see he's not gonna like this. He's a black dude, I'm a white dude, and I'm like getting him back in, and then as soon as I got him in, he was at my front of my door, and it was a split second. I'm like, fine, we got it, we finally got it. I'm looking at my TV, I look at him, I look back at my TV, and the door slammed shut.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, the last thing I saw was him like looking around the room. I'm like, he just couldn't handle it. And his mom worked at a gas station that I always got Rellos at, and I saw her like a couple days later, and she was like, he's not mentally there to do that. And I'm like, I see now. I see that now. I understand now, dude.
Right. Like your subconscious starts pouring you out, and he's like, "Oh man, I can't do this in front of the kid I bullied."
Well, I don't even know if that's it. I think it might have just been a lot, because it is a strong drug, Like if you're not ready for it, it can fuck you up. He could have been just thinking about his own life. You could have been thinking about anything. You could have been thinking about family or anything, because it is a drug you have to be in a good mindset with. And some people, especially this generation's anxiety filled so often that you're always going to have something to worry about in that perspective, like I kind of applaud myself for having trips that didn't go bad, because like I just shut my brain off and didn't think about whatever problems I had in my life or anything. I just fucking chilled out. Just fuck it, bro. Don't even think about any of that.
The only way you go down a bad trip, people who have bad trips are ones who who need to control things. And acid and psychedelics are just like, they're this experience you have you cannot control and you cannot stop. And so people who are scared of being out of control for whatever reason, psychedelics are not their beast. Chandler, I know you have a couple of thoughts.
I can tell you one more crazy bad trip that'll make you guys laugh.
I do want to hear it.
Sadly, or if you want to say something, it's cool.
Well, I just wonder if Chandler had any thoughts about psychedelics in general.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, the
but I do want to hear your story,
and
we're coming back to it.
I had an experience similar, but it was just with dabs, dude. And
really?
It wasn't me, it was somebody else.
Were they also doing a lot of psychedelics?
No, there was no psychedelics involved that night at all.
No, but like in general, like Curtis is saying, like had the person who tripped out on dabs been doing a lot of psychedelics previously?
Nope, they had never touched any drug ever.
Oh my God, okay. All right. I mean, dabs are pretty strong though.
He basically, I don't know what my friends were thinking, man, but they invited this kid over, and they're like, yeah, you can smoke with us and stuff. And he's like, I'm ready. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I'm ready to try it. And so, you know how it is being that stoner to like give somebody their first time. It's like, hell yeah, man. Like everybody's
well, you want him to, right? You want to share it. Right, Chris? That's what you did with your girlfriend.
At the end of the day, it ain't a big deal. So it's like you shouldn't expect it to go bad.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Right.
right.
You're inside your own brain, and there's a fireworks show going on.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be like a real chill night, and so they bust out the freaking like diamonds, right, for this kid, and heat up the banger and give him a fat ass dab, and he
That's
only
not the
took
way.
one dab,
Yeah,
man.
and
Like,
he'd never smoked
bro.
before.
For your first time, bro, you should at least start with regular weed.
Yeah, right. I don't know, a
That's what
joint
I'm
where it smokes
saying,
kind of
bro.
slow.
It's
Don't
like
kill him on a bong or
it,
anything either. He's like, fucking, here's my rig.
Even,
Strap it on.
even a bong hit is harder than just puffing on a blunt, Like
Seriously,
you
like,
just
yeah,
here,
you
take a
really
couple.
should.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
start with
dude,
like,
when I was
yeah.
a teenager, people would like do that gay ass shit, which I don't want to be like, that's what I say. I don't want to be offensive or anything, but it was super gay to me in my mind because they would take a hit, right? And then they like blow it in someone else's mouth. And I'm like, A,
Eh,
I don't think you're getting the whole hit. And
right.
B, doesn't some of that like isn't that kind of weird? You got to go like mouth to
pretty
mouth
gross,
to
man.
get a hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like I'm like just fucking hit the shit, you bitch. Like
Right.
I never got on board with that. My experience first time smoking was not knowing how to hold a bowl the right way, and
Fair.
that was it. And I figured it out, and that was my experience. I didn't get no fucking mouth to mouth session.
Yeah, mine was
That's
a
not.
bong rip, and I had no idea that you were supposed to draw a bowl or how much you were supposed to pull
Oh,
out.
that
So I just
exactly.
like
That's
hit it.
confusing. You can't bring that to people
Yeah,
that
yeah,
don't know
and
what
we're
they're
in this
doing.
bathroom. It's at a party. We've been drinking, right? And then I hit it, and the dudes are like, "Oh, you're gonna pull up all that?"
Pull
I'm
it.
like, "I guess I am," right? And they're like, "How does this pull out?" And then just like shot that. Yeah, no, right?
Yeah.
Wasted. So the dude on
The
dabs
pod.
though, Chandler,
oh yeah.
did
So
he flip? He flipped out? I mean,
yeah,
obviously, it seems
so
like
he only took one fucking dab, bro, and you would have thought he was on like 5 grams of mushrooms. It was insane. I mean, he was like, he was having like time lapses and everything, like you would have on acid or whatever, where you get stuck in a time loop or whatever. He was having that going on.
what?
He thought it was like 4:42 for the whole night, and he was like freaking out. Is it still 4:42? And we're like, no, man, that was like 3 hours ago. He's like 4:42, like wigging out, and like
Like,
he was like
poor
hugging the
kid.
post at one point.
Bro.
He was hugging the post outside, and then he like pissed his pants in front of everybody, bro.
I
Like it
want
was
Like,
I
nuts.
want that I want that motherfucker's brain because what the fuck?
seriously, that's
That's
all
what
it
I'm
took was
saying.
like one solid rip.
Yeah, you would have thought this kid was on DMT or like 5-MeO or some shit. Like it was
we
nuts.
can we can talk about DMT later too, but
It's
I got a good
actually
dab story if you want
it's
to hear it
on
because
my it's on my
this
list
might
of
make you
questions
laugh.
for you, but this is the story that I do want to hear. Yeah,
Uh, the dab story?
yeah, the one that you were gonna tell. That you're like another
Oh,
bad trip.
I'm
Uh-oh,
writing this shit down as I'm hearing you guys talk about stuff because I didn't even think about the dab thing until he brung up dabs.
do it.
I had a kid because I was like 18, 19, and I hung out with this high schooler that was 17, 18, somewhere like that, and he
Okay.
lived like 2 or 3 blocks away, and he came over and he made his own dab somehow. I forget how he did it. I don't know how to make dab or if he did. I don't have no idea. But he came over with like
Probably a hair
fucking
flattener.
Yeah,
he
that's
came over with
how would
like
you
30
make
grams. He
dad?
came over with 30 grams of dab, my guy. Like in a little, like what you would hold weed in was
Uh-huh.
filled with dab. And we're like, okay, so we're just like taking gobs out
Oh
and
jeez.
doing massive hits.
Oh
And I
jeez.
remember the hit I did was insane. It was like, it was a big ass gob, and I finished it all. I cleared it. I did it all. But when I fucking, I smoked it out. The whole someone was recording. My dude recorded me. I don't have the recording. I wish I did because it was fucking funny. But the whole he got it all. My fucking table and everything in my living room disappeared because of smoke. And I was just coughing my dick off. My eyes are
Oh my
crying. I'm
God.
fucking dying.
Oh my
And
God.
it was a great night, right? We killed it. We did the whole thing. We smoked it all among like 6 of us. But in the morning, I had to take this kid home because he had school in the morning. So I was like, yeah, I can take you, bro. It's all good. So then I drive him out of my place and I go onto this road and this fucking minivan sideswipes me. So we have to fucking pull over, get insurances, all that stupid shit. And the cops come But then another cop car comes, and now this was before weed was legal, dab was a felony. It was a big deal. So he had all of his dab shit in my trunk, and I remember being like and I'm cool. I'm like chill. I'm like nothing's good. It's just a little side swipe. They're not gonna do anything, you know.
Right.
It's gonna be a traffic thing, not a like we're not high right now. Like might be a little high from the night, but we're not fucked up or drunk or anything. It was just an honest mistake, a traffic thing, traffic violation. And he's sitting next to me, this fat ass Mexican, and he's knowing he has the shit in the back. This one cop comes, this another cop comes up and pulls up next to that cop, and they're talking, and I guess his paranoia or some shit, this man shit his pants in my car.
Oh, actually, no. That's a thing that can happen?
I had to act like I didn't smell it. I had to act like I didn't smell it because I didn't want to embarrass him because he didn't point it out. I was just like, this man just shit his pants. And I'm like, oh no.
It's important to carry emergency pants in your trunk.
Right.
Oh my God, it was so. And then I just I could tell after that
they were in the trunk.
He was embarrassed, but he wasn't telling me about it. He wasn't telling me about it. He was just embarrassed. He had like that fucking like that aura of my God.
And then on top of everything else, I shit in this dude's car.
I know it was so shitty, ironically, but it was fucking super funny, man. I was like, I'll never forget that. I've never seen that happen ever. I've never seen someone shit their pants in my life. Really.
I didn't even think that was a thing that could happen. That's why I'm surprised to hear that you have met and been a part of the experience. A pant shitter.
But I was gonna tell an acid story, but dude talked about dude wigging out, so I got another one.
Oh, really?
We watched.
I don't want. It's like I got him for days. Actually, let me give a shout out real quick, okay, bro. Guys, because you in the audience, you haven't checked out his Mr. Curtis here and his YouTube and his stand up and his TikTok. You haven't seen it, but the thing that I really liked about, because I have watched a bunch of your stand up now, and I think you are very funny, is that he's on his stand up sets, he's always telling stories, and you'll see that it's like always different stories. And so I think that coming to see you as a comedian would be really funny because you would never know what bits you're going to pop out. But it'll always be a fun time. So anyway, thank you for being here with us. And
yeah, I appreciate it. This is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
this is cool as fuck.
For sure.
I love talking to, even if I play the game and I'm playing Call of Duty or some shit, I love just talking about these stories because they're reminiscing of a different time. Because I don't do most of the shit I've done, so it's like it's a nice, and it makes people laugh, and that's why I put it in my comedy because it is wild. It's wild to me.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like it's gonna make people laugh.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if I believe it, but then I've been around comedians for a long time, and like I hear like
some
when people are lying and telling the truth.
You can fabricate and make shit up. I don't need to.
But you don't need to. That's the thing, is like when I hear you, I'm like, this is a story. This is not a joke that he's like gone on a limb to like try to make it funny. Like the dude actually shat his pants in the car. So
how more creative I'd have to be to make that up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you'd have
and
to
if
like
you
think
did,
about it. Like,
you would be like, no.
And then you might not even think it's real. Like, someone shit their pants over dabs. That doesn't seem real. That's not a good bit. But I know it happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, I'm gonna say it because I know it happened. But like, if you didn't have it happen and you're writing it out. Because I've wrote things that aren't true, for sure.
Right.
And I'll get to the end of it, and I'll be like, it doesn't sound like that's you're doubting yourself. But if it's a real story, bro, I have no doubts in my mind about the legitimacy. If you do, that's your problem. But I know myself, I've seen it.
Right. I smelt it. Like, yeah.
But yeah, I got another couple stories for you guys just on that topic.
Hit me up with one of those acid stories, man. Because we have to be educational as well as entertaining. So people, if anything, people can learn from our bad mistakes.
There was these college kids I hung out with that came to my apartment a lot. Like this buddy I had, we're not really friends now. He fucked me over, but at the time we were best friends. And he would come over and he introduced me to salt nicotine, like that's how old this story is. When Salt Nick was like getting popping,
Yeah, right.
and he gave it to me. I hit it. He woke me up. I hit it, and I went right back to sleep because everything got fucking snowy. I'm like, this is crazy fucking strong, bro. And that's that kid. And he came over one night, and we all dropped acid, and we're chilling. And we decided to put on the video, a YouTube video. It's Pink Floyd's The Wall at the same time of Wizard of Oz, like synced up, because they somehow sync up amazingly. It's weird because the album and the movie sync up. It's so strange. Like, you wouldn't even, and that's the point. Like, he didn't know that we were doing it like it was the same thing. Like, he thought we had it on the stereo playing Pink Floyd while we watched Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
But like, it doesn't make any sense because like we didn't have Wizard of Oz playing the Wizard of Oz audio. It was that over Wizard of Oz. So he like realized it in real time and just went out to my patio, and there's like this light out there, like one singular fucking standing big ass light, and he looked at it, and he told me that when he looked at it, everything became bright. Like the brightness overwhelmed his visuals, and he just like passed out, and we had to like take care of him, and fucking we had to carry him to my bed and be like, "Are you good? You need water? You good?" He's like, I'm like, "Oh my god, dude, this was over the smallest thing." Right. And he was just like, "Whoa." He was just like mind blown. Like, as soon as he figured that out, I was like, "No, dude, we're playing it at the same time." He's like, "Oh my god, it matches up." And like the whole time he was watching it, he probably thought like, "Wow, this really like clicks together." And then like to find out it's on purpose. I don't know. I don't have no idea what the fuck he was thinking, but man, that was fucking
You guys
hilarious.
were like, "Hey, you guys want to watch Wizard of Oz while we listen to some music?" And he was like, "Yeah, right." So he felt like he was the first person who'd ever realized that this thing happened.
Yeah. He was like, "Wow, this matches up a lot." And it's like, "Yeah, dude, it's a thing." He's like, "What?" Or maybe he was mad at himself. He's like, "I thought I was the one who knew it. I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I'm not the. God damn it. Yeah."
The only thing I can do now is go stare at the sun, as you do. I've been there. I think we've all been there. Who doesn't have spots in their eyes staring at the sun?
The other one I can talk about, I mean, we're going to get into DMT, I'm sure. But like this is the acid thing. This was probably the saddest trip I had. It wasn't a bad trip, it was a sad trip because it was such an unfortunate event. So, first of all, I tripped with this dude that eventually months later got arrested for pedophilia, and he might still be in prison now. So like looking on that, I'm like that was a really bad scenario I put myself in. Like I could have been fucked up, by this dude. He was much bigger than me. He was a big ass, but he was kind of like Lenny from that book where the retard yeah, he was kind of like that guy. He's big, he's kind of stupid, but he can conversate, and I appreciate anybody. I can hang out with anyone. So you want to trip? Let's trip. But what happened was, one of my best friends at the time was he worked with me, and he was a manager at a restaurant. So he was like, he texted me, "I'm coming over." I'm like, cool.
Oh, it's like 2 in the morning.
He didn't tell me that he was bringing over like 3 coworkers that I worked with while I'm tripping, and I didn't know. And they're bringing over weed, alcohol, and we're all getting fucked up. And it was a great time. It was really weird because I'm like, I don't want them to see me like this, really, to be honest. But fuck it, it's gonna happen. Whatever.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? So it happens. Everything's cool, and then they need to go get money for something. I forget what they had to go get money for. So this dude, my dude Tommy. He's younger. He was like 17 or 18 working with us. And he was like, "Oh, I can hit the ATM." He takes everybody down there. They have the video. Someone has the video of them looking at, because they were already high and kind of drunkish. And they're going at the ATM and he can't put his PIN in. He keeps fucking it up. And it's a whole funny video. Eventually he gets his money and he puts in his wallet in his back pocket, and they come back, and I think we were going to use it for something, and we didn't, whatever the case is. Everybody else left but Tommy, because Tommy had to drive, and he wasn't comfortable driving fucked up, so he just stayed the night. And I was like, cool. Me and the other dude tripping all night. This dude passed out. He's on my living room floor with his ass up and his wallet sticking out.
What?
So
Ooh,
I'm on the couch with retard dude, right? I'm sitting there and we're just chilling, and he just busts out all of the money that dude took out from the ATM. He's like, hey, look at this. And I'm like trying to be quiet. I'm like, I don't want to argue with the big ass dude. Like, I don't want to get my ass beat.
Right.
So I'm trying to negotiate with him while tripping shit. I'm like, can't even pronounce words. I'm all fuck. I'm like, look, yeah. I'm like, look, you got. I'm like, all fucked up out of my head. And I'm like, look, dude, look, listen. And I'm whispering because I don't want to wake him up because I realized what has just happened.
Right,
right. Like, he just jacked this guy's fucking wallet. And I'm like, you have to. Oh, by the way, he locked his fucking keys in his truck. The kid I think that's why he ended up staying, actually, because he locked his keys in his fucking truck. So I'm talking, dude. I'm like, you gotta leave enough money for him to get the locksmith to get him to go away. like primal thinking. And I'm like, because I can't argue with you. You're gonna keep it. You're gonna keep the money, but you gotta make it. I'm like trying to encourage him, like, we don't want to make a scene. We just want him to go. And then I was like, I just like left to my bedroom and I was depressed. I'm like, this is so shitty and I'm involved with this and I'm tripping balls still. And my arm turned into like a demon hand. Like, it had demon black nails. And I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. Like, I was such in a bad mindset. And then he knocked on my door.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey man, can you call the locksmith guy, because this other guy wasn't working, and I had to call the locksmith guy for him. And I called him, got him there, and I was like, yeah man, fucking just like, kudos, get the fuck out of my apartment, like, just leave. I know some shit could pop off any second once you realize that you're missing all your money. And then he's out there, and me and dude, I'm like, oh, finally, we're all good now. And dude was like, you want to go get more acid? I'm like, no, I am still tripping. I am fucking gone right now. I just want some Dunkin' Donuts, okay? And just to chill. And I think I drove dude somewhere, but when we went outside, he was still there with the, like, trying to get a hold of the locksmith. And I'm like, oh, that kid's got so fucked. But it's his fault, though. You dumbass.
Right. You
like your ass is up with your wallet, with your money sticking out, and you don't know. You only know one guy in the room, and we're both high as fuck. Like, it was just it's not my fault. That's how I justified it. I was like, I couldn't do nothing. You want me to beat this 200-pound fucking muscle Rocky looking motherfucker? Like, I'm not about to do that.
not
Then to find out dude was a fucking pedophile, I'm like, this is such a crazy story.
Yeah,
like,
right. So many,
and it really happened. I'm like, oh my god.
Right, yeah, exactly. There was again, if you wrote that story, it would be like, if not, it's definitely a Coen Brothers movie. It sounds like a Coen Brothers movie. About the guy
just dark and gritty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's about a minor event that gets blown out of proportion. So
yeah. That's I mean, I have a bunch of acid stories, but it could go on forever. I don't think we got enough time.
I really just the big question I have is because it sounds like this was like a point in your life. For how many years was it that you would consider like your acid years?
Sorry, I'm drinking while we're doing this.
Don't choke, because that'd be the only thing that would stop you from being here.
No, we won't choke. I'll swallow it. I'm not. Mama ain't ready, no bitch. When I first started doing acid, it was January of 2017.
All right.
And I was still in high school. I was a senior, and I remember that trip. It was a crazy trip. That's another story in itself, because okay. You're gonna be amazed by some of the shit you hear from me, bro. I had an acid dealer. His name was Zay.
Okay.
And I never really got into acid. I think I got weed from him a lot. And eventually I asked him about acid, and he said, we got to go to Michigan to get it.
What?
And we're going to Michigan, and he's like giving me directions, and he's like, I think it's coming up right. Oh no, next right, no, next right. And I'm like, you good? He's like, well, I just took a tab to test some shit that I just got, so I'm a little fucked up. And I'm like, okay then,
So,
fucking, and I've never tried it yet, so I'm like, okay. And we get there, I get my 2 tabs, and he tells me he'll give me $10 if I can give my second tab to his girl so they can trip the night. And I'm like, whatever. So I get the 1 tab, and I text him like, how long do you think it'll take to kick in? He's like, about uh 40 minutes to an hour. And
okay.
the shit kicked in about 30 to 40 minutes. It kicked in quicker than I thought. And I'm in my bedroom, and I'm like, I put on Pink Floyd. I tried to set the mood. I had no idea what was coming. And I'm on my fucking carpet on my floor, and I'm just chilling. And I start texting my dude, and I'm like texting him, and my thumbs become 6 thumbs. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, this is great. And I got a shit-eating grin. Like, I'm smiling my ass off because I'm like, this is what it's about. This is what the fuck I signed up for.
Right, right.
I'm getting what I wanted, because I think I tried fake acid before that and it didn't do anything. So I'm like, I got it finally. And I'm texting my dude, and he's like, just chill out. Because I think, like, as I'm texting him, I'm like moving my toes up and down, and when I move them down, it looks like I have no toes. And I'm like texting him all this, and he's like, just lay in bed and just chill to Pink Floyd or some shit. And I'm like, I'm gonna do that. And my bedroom walls were like tan colored, like clay. So like I was envisioning clay people, and I was horny for some reason. So
some reason.
these clay people are fucking on my walls, and I'm like, oh my god. So, and instinctively I jerked off, and that was fucking insane of a time to do on acid. That was weird. And I go to the bathroom, wash up, and I look in the mirror, which you're never supposed to do.
Right.
I fucking look in the mirror, and I'm going through, like, it's like speed, like fucking, like, I don't know how to describe, like it's a montage of faces.
Oh my god.
I see one, like Wolverine, like I had a beard, so it went from Wolverine to this guy to this. I'm like just like lost in my bathroom, and then I like snapped out of it. I'm like, I've never been in my bathroom this long. Like, I don't ever stay in the bathroom that long. And then I just went downstairs, and I kicked it with my dad. And I still to this day have never talked to him about it to see if he knew I was tripping. But I remember looking at some Lay's potato chips like they were Mario coins, and we were watching movies all night. And it was such a cool trip, man. It was, for a first time,
right.
That was the best thing to do. Like, I had family there. We didn't make it a thing. No one said anything about it. And we just watched movies and just chilled. It was really fun.
That is awesome. Yeah, that does sound like probably the best way to get to experience it.
Well, dude, if you ever watched that movie with Ryan Reynolds, The Voices, I'll
Yes.
never forget that movie.
Yeah.
That movie
I bet.
was my first movie tripping balls. And I remember looking at my dad. I'm like, I never call my dad bro ever. I like call him like other word, like I call him dad or some shit, or like, hey, like, or something. I never
Right.
say bro. And in the middle of that movie, I was like, bro, his brain's so fucked up, he has to take drugs to not be insane. He's like, yep, some wires are not crossing. And I'm like, that's wild. Like, you're like the stereotypical tripping dude
Right.
versus some old, like, random parent. I'm like, whoa, dude. That's
Whoa.
fucking crazy, dude.
Whoa. He's like,
I'm like,
yep.
he had to, but it was a wild concept, and
Right.
the movie's great too. So, and it was really fucked up movie actually. Anytime I show someone that movie and I tell them that, they're like, "You watched this on acid?" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It was fucked up."
That's what I was thinking too. So the plot of the movie is Ryan Reynolds is killing people, and he can't stop himself because he's hearing these voices that are telling him to do it. And he hears them from different locations. But yeah, that's
Dude, when Anna Kendrick's eyes fill up with blood, I'm like, oh no, this is fucked up.
Like so it's the degree of comedy and horror, like right exactly in the same point. Yeah.
Great mash somehow.
Exactly.
They figured that out.
They definitely, the chemistry is perfect.
Yeah.
Between just those two elements, and it's really a low budget film too because it mostly takes place in his apartment, and all like voiceover. So
it's mostly just the actors killing it. because
Yeah.
it's very basic, which is like an inspiration to me as like hopefully being a filmmaker someday.
Yeah.
Because like you can make a movie out of nothing. You really can if you know what you're doing. If you know what the art is, you can make something really good off of
Yeah.
nothing, which
the
is
the
really
the
awesome. And they
characters and
did
their
it. That's not.
world, yeah, that's what sells it. Like we know this guy, we know what he does, and we know the situations he keeps getting himself into. And that's why that movie is fun. I think of Lars and the Real Girl as another example of like that type of genre where it's like horrific and also like heartfelt, but then also very low budget. Uh,
There's another one that I can't really describe greatly unless you've seen it, but it has Ryan Reynolds in it too. And it's a little older. It's like '06 or '07, something like that. It's called Nine. It's the Nines is what the movie's called, the Nines. And
the
it's
Nines. Oh,
basically,
I know it
dude,
exists.
that movie is so it's not the best movie. Like there's a gap in the middle that's really boring, but the whole premise of it is so wild and different because it's like this guy is God. He's God living in a normal person's body, and I'm like, that's really fucking a good premise for a film, and that's also a low budget. Like they didn't have to do much with that, and that just shows like art can be a lot of things if you have an audience or just someone to see it, or you can get it out there somehow. Because that movie's basic, but it's such a cool, different premise about, and it's very fucking deep for being nothing, kinda. Like I'd love to make a movie like that. I just don't know. I don't know about a lot of the 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 equipment. Like I know cameras, obviously, but like the boomsticks and all, like everything you need for filming, the lighting. Like I want to get into that. That would be really cool, just to make just to make. Fuck it if it don't go big, or fuck it if these little small amateur festivals don't take it. Whatever. It'd just be really cool to make a film and look at it and be proud of it and be like, that is cool. That is a cool thing you did, and just out of nothing, because
100%.
that that would be really fun. I'd be into that if I could just find some people that want to act that aren't actors, because I've always thought about that. Like, I got a bunch of fucking character friends and family, different people that could do shit, fill this role, like in my mind, but I don't think they'd be into it. Like, I don't know if they want to be down to go out and do some
Right.
wild shit somewhere, or if you got
Right.
to get permits for shit. I don't know how this shit works.
Right. Yeah, making films are a much bigger project than one person, and the more expertise you get on it is generally the better, because everyone has their own little things, like the sound, like how cameras work. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I think
you
what you're
got you
saying
figure
is
all
that
that out, but I even thought about doing just a film about like get two people, and I might even be the one person. Like I'll co-star and direct or some shit and figure it out to just do a small production of something cool, like go out to a field and have a fucking dialogue about something or a conversation, or because there's so many different types of films out there that they take as like, this is so artistic, this is so amazing. I'm like, I could definitely do that. I don't got no budget, but I can do some deep shit if you want it. We can have some good scripts or something, and just
well,
like film it,
so I
figure it
think that
out.
you're allowed to call a movie artistic if it's backed by some illegal activity like mob money, drug, money
Artistic.
laundering. Yeah, you're allowed to call it like if you can find somebody who's like, oh yeah, goddamn, I do need to drop like $100,000 somewhere so that no one's looking for it. This art project looks perfect. Nobody's ever gonna suspect because nobody's ever gonna see this film, and then you've got it in the bag. I think that's how most great art has
Well,
been made, is trying to cover up
Well,
illegal activities
you look at
financially.
like Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver looks like a very low budget film,
Right.
but it has a lot backing it. But like if you take that premise, you can do that with anybody, essentially. You can do a day-to-day life on somebody. If in that example, like you can do that being nobody, and then you can make it work too if you know angles, you know how to film, you have a decent script, and like you can do anything you really want to. I just don't know how to get the exposure to it other than taking it to a festival or putting it online. I know some buddies of mine or some people I subscribe to put some fucking shit online, and it's cool, you know. But
Right. And
I
and
don't
you
know. I need to get the equipment first. Once I get the equipment, I'm gonna get the balls to even ask people to do something, or I'll start writing a script for something because that's really fun. I really would like to direct or act or something like that. That'd be even if
you
I don't make it, I just want to do it just for fun.
Curtis, you
Start
sound
with the
like an
script because
Aquarius.
that's something you can do without any equipment.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
You can
what it
write
really
anything.
comes down to, yeah, is and I think you said in the very beginning, you said it throughout, kind of, is that it comes down to the stories that are being told. And with the stories that are being told, you can do those on a very small budget. If you're thinking about, like, trying to keep it that way, because both the films that we first mentioned was because of
I
that
would
small budget. How we got into this is they chose to do that, knowing that they could make the film because they would have the equipment, because they could get a location as long as they could get the actors to fill it. So yeah, I
I
believe
would
what Aaron's saying is right. It starts with the story.
I would really like to do a horror film. That's what I would really love to do. You could really get some wild shit going with that. But I know my first is probably going to be like a Pulp Fiction, very gritty, very real interpretation of something, which is fine. But I don't really want to do. I want to do a horror movie. I want to make because I've always looked at horror as being the coolest for uh, like the vibe. Like when you look at a scene and it's like a slow, not even like, because a horror can be a slow burn and you're appreciative. But if a
Right.
Western is a slow burn, you get bored. But a horror, it's like anticipation, it's suspense. It's like we can make this shot of a door frame 20 seconds and nothing's wrong because you're like, what's behind the door? What's about to come? What's coming? Like there's but a Western, it doesn't work the same way, or like, any movie you want or mob movie, you can't do like too much exposition if it's not engaging. Where a horror movie, it's like you know what's happening, kinda, but you don't, and I'd love to do a horror movie, it'd be so much fun just to do a horror movie. But I
Yeah,
don't have the budget for it. I don't
for
have the effects. I don't have
real.
any of that. So then how do you make a horror movie with no budget? And I'm like,
Well, there's this thing that happens with creative projects, and it's super interesting. Is that people will be like, well, we don't have the things that we need, so we can't start the project. But starting the project, it always starts with figuring out the things you need. And in a film project, what you need always comes down to what comes up in the script. And it always goes back to, because you can film anything, but what do you film becomes the
well,
question.
yeah,
What do you need when
you have
everybody
like
shows up on set? You know?
if you have a script made out and there's like two death scenes, so you only need two times with effects, pretty much. So the rest of the time you can do ambiance, you can do close-ups, fucking surreal type shit. You can set the mood, but then those two times you need effects, you need to figure out how to do that and not be cheesy. Because especially nowadays, I don't want to be cheesy, but I don't know how to do it either. So I don't know how to do effects like that. So
I
that would
love
be a
cheese.
struggle. I
Yeah,
don't want to
no, I
cheat.
mean, there's a place
I
for
don't
it.
want to. I don't want to spray ketchup on someone to make it look like they're bleeding type shit. Like I want
Or you have
to.
to
It worked for
specifically set
Psycho.
that as a spaghetti Western. I mean, if you're going to do that.
Yeah. So it's like I want to figure it out before I do it. Like that would be
Yeah,
the best way to go about it and not
exactly.
embarrass myself to myself. Like I don't want to look back on something and be like, wow, I can't believe I did that. I want to at least do something like I know like this is our start, so I can excuse some things and appreciate it still. I don't want to be like, oh my God, I did the fucking B movie shit, bro. I did the fucking B movie shit. That's so sad to me.
Which is
I don't want to do that.
memorable.
Phrase is perfection is the enemy of progress. So
100%.
you you just have to
True.
start a thing,
But
and
also
then
I would have to
like
add to
if
that,
some
but is
parts
the
aren't
goal.
perfect, at least you'll have made a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, I want to at least make something I'm proud of first, make
Yeah.
something I'm cool with. It ain't gonna be the greatest. I'm not gonna get acclaimed by society or anything, but like something I can look at and be like, you did good. You did good with that. That was cool. You can
So
do better, but that
it
was cool.
was cool. Any hard task always starts with you putting your shoes by the door, right? Like it's not
Yeah.
the task that's coming up ahead, it's preparing your brain for the fact that you're going to do it. And so yeah, that itself can be the challenge for most people who have really creative ideas, is just overcoming that. Now, there's some people like
Well,
my boy Chandler
well,
here who just
think about
like
making like
exudes
a think
creativity.
about making a movie about acid, like an acid trip gone wrong. You can go with so many options just with that concept of that. Be
Right.
like
That
kind of like if you watch that movie The Green Room. Me and my girl just watched that. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie.
have not. How is it?
But it's very very surreal and like very realistic. It's a band that is on the move. They're kind of like us, like they're just like going show to show, getting
Oh,
money
green
and
room. Okay, gotcha.
they siphon fucking gas from cars to keep going. Like they're basically just trying to make it type musicians, and they come across this Nazi white supremacist club, and they see a murder, so then they get, they're like hostages in this club, and
Oh, because they were
it's
supposed to
very,
play.
yeah, well, they played, and then when they got off, they went to the green room where they saw someone was stabbed in the neck, and it's really good gore. It's fucking, if you haven't seen it, you gotta see it, because it's
That
fucking
sounds good.
gnarly. Like, dude gets his fucking arm hacked, and one dude gets a fucking not a safety, not like those safety knives that you click and you've got that bitch up his stomach, and I'm like, and it's all
What?
super well done. And dude
Wow.
from X-Men's in it. The dude from X-Men, the guy that plays Xavier, he's like the main villain. It's a
Patrick
really
Stewart?
great movie. Huh?
Is it Patrick Stewart or do you mean the younger
Yep,
Xavier?
yep. Patrick
Re
Stewart. Yeah,
really?
he's the villain, and he does it great. It's a great movie, but
That's awesome.
it
Sounds
made
like a
me think
fantastic
about it.
recommendation. Yeah.
It's like such a simple movie, such a simple concept. Like, I'd love to do something really, I like simple, but creative, how to
Right.
make a simple idea into something cool. That's what I want to do because I'm broke. So I gotta
Right.
fucking figure it
And then
out.
and then do it
Like
within the reasonable budget. Have you ever seen the movie Bug?
I don't think so. Nope.
It's okay. It has Michael Shannon as one of the main characters, and the
I
lead.
like him. I do like
Yeah,
him.
he's fantastic. It's a type of movie that's like a very slow burn. I forget the name. Ashley Judd. Ashley Judd is the other character in it, and it's just the two of them for the most part for the entire movie. And it's them holed up in this motel room, which seems like one of the two of them gets hooked on meth, and they never talk about it, but they start to get like super weird in this hotel room, and they start to believe that there's these bugs, these super intelligent bugs that are invading the room. Uh,
Oh, hell yeah. That sounds
it's
like a good
it's
ass fucking
real
movie.
real fun. Yeah, and it's the two actors, the actor and actress, and then one set. That yeah, they just go through transformations on the set. I think you would really appreciate the aesthetic of it. It's one of my absolute hands down favorite movies. Um,
I'm gonna look that up because I like Michael Shannon and I like movies like that. Like there was that movie, I forget the name of it exactly, but it was a movie where there was like an alien uh organism outside that was like, it might have been called Splice, and
oh,
not
okay.
Splice, but it was like spikes. They were like spiky aliens, but if you touched it, you would turn into like a zombie, and then they try to infect other people. And they were like held up in a gas station. It's like a '06 movie or some shit. That
Okay.
movie is low budget, and it's fucking killer because it's like five, six people in a gas station arguing, like kind of like The Mist. If you ever seen The Mist,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. They're like held up and they're trying like arguing like, no, we can get out, and dude tries to get out and then gets fucked up, and it's really cool. I like The
Yeah.
Mist though. The Mist is an incredible movie, and a lot of people hash on it for the ending. I think the ending is spectacular because he kills everybody
Right.
and then realizes, and it's not in the book. That wasn't in the book, so it's like a new thing, and that was awesome. It's like yeah,
The
that
the
sucks, dude. You
movie that you
just
were
killed.
thinking of, right. Yeah, no, it's yeah, Stephen King, yeah, a novel or novella. The movie you're thinking about is called Splinter, in case anyone's wondering out there in the audience.
There
And
you
if you
go.
guys knew it
There you
before I
go.
did, go ahead and comment below that it was Splinter. And I believe that I have seen that too. I think I've caught it like partway through a couple of times or something. Um, But yeah, I do remember it, and it's like super creepy because it's the dynamic of the people versus what feels like a very like Lovecraftian sort of beast, you know. Uh,
That's always the best movies. Like if you ever seen the movie The Devil, where they're trapped in the elevator and they have to figure out who's the devil.
oh wow,
That was really cool. Because you
it's
can look.
all
It's called The
Does it take
Devil.
place in Georgia?
because they're going down,
Nope.
right?
I don't. I have no idea where it was actually. It might have been in Atlanta. I have no idea. But
Ah,
it was fucking like you don't know who the devil is, and when you find it out, it's a surprise. And it's like a whoa, I didn't expect that. It's very like twists and turns, like, and it's very simple. The whole movie is basically in an elevator. Like
and probably some
they're in an
flashback
elevator.
B-roll, right? That's incredible, right? That's a very tight film to like try to handle. Also
Yeah.
tight as far as filming space. They must have had a set that they could open up the walls to. Because I don't think it'd be practical to
Do you-
film in an actual elevator. But
I guess you could if you wanted. Like if
just
you wanted to do it,
you
you could
can't
put
get a
the
good
cameras in
shot.
each corner, maybe.
Well, it's too close. Like you don't have enough
Yeah.
depth from that shot, you know? Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I'm gonna put my money. Although, I have no facts in front of me, so we could go either way on that. Well, guys, we are at the top of the hour. We've gone through an hour. We have about another half hour left of the show. While we're here, I just wanted to shout out again that you guys are listening to a brand new show called Chandler, which we don't make music. We talk about interesting things that we've done in our lives, the drugs we've experienced, and the movies that we like. You're here looking at for Cox in Space. If you want to join the crew, you can go to coxinspace.com, coxinspace.com, and you can get attached to our Discord. You can go to our Patreon, or you can connect with our Facebook. And if you connect with our Facebook, you can connect with Mr. Aaron Kozbial, who is here, the professor of comedy, professorofcomedy.com. And you can get on the show, share ideas with him, get involved that way. Or you can get involved with our Patreon, which is where you get the uploads that we're not allowed to put on YouTube. You can go and check those out there, and secret episodes like the one that Chandler did, where he composed the entire theme without anybody around him whatsoever. And it's a fantastic episode if you haven't seen it. We haven't revealed the song yet, so in full, we will get that. I think as you guys tune in tomorrow, we're going to go over Luna's song and refine that, and then we'll begin that theme nailed down and some more sound effects and coming up episodes. Thank you guys for being here, and we're gonna get back to the episode. Guys, how you doing? Chandler, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I've been detailing my car.
That's that's what's up. Okay, making this meetup and conversation. Also, you're accomplishing things. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, we're making it productive, and
That
it smells like bananas now, so I'm loving it.
that's awesome.
I
Okay.
hope that we didn't talk about too much crazy shit. We can talk about anything else.
No, yeah, I mean we're
No, man, you're good.
I'm having a great time. You're totally good. I was just doing a segue, just so where we are. It's giving a plug for this show.
Whatever
So
you guys
man,
want to talk about, let's fucking just rip it off. We got a half hour, so anything goes.
yeah, there's a couple of really big things that I wanted to talk to you about. This is one of the other big things I want to talk to you about. And anybody who checks this out is going to find out this exact same thing. And I think it's going to be at the top of everyone's mind too. So your YouTube channel is Wolf 20 2107 1204 1201.
1201.
1201.
Yep.
There's a lot of wolf with numbers after them. I apologize. And I looked at a bunch of them in order to try to find the right one, where you can go check out all of Curtis's stand-up. I don't know about all of his stand-up, but some of his bits. And they are, again, very funny. The question I have for you is you have an incredibly popular, or at one point was an incredibly popular channel. Um, how many subscribers do you have on that channel?
Um, I have I think 23 or 24,000. I used
Yeah.
to have 26. But I did a lot of different content back then when I got those subscribers. It wasn't comedy related. It was mostly gaming, movies. Uh, that was about it. I think gaming and movie related, like reviews or just live streams, stuff like that. It wasn't like anything comedy related. So, but I mean, I put comedy into all my stuff, so he obviously has an influence. But
Well, right. You were
yeah, I
telling
mean, I got those
stories right while you were doing it.
sometimes, yeah, especially like on my podcast I did, like, because I have no idea how to do a podcast, so I just talked about because it was a solo podcast, so I didn't have anybody. It wasn't a live one. It was just pre-recorded, so I just had to come up with what the fuck to talk about on the spot.
Right.
And it worked out to a degree, but I just didn't keep with it because
Gotcha.
of I just had other shit going on, but I didn't commit to YouTube the way I could have, and I got a good little following. They just I don't think I don't know if they're interested in the comedy aspect. I get good viewership off of the comedy stuff now, like couple thousand, 3, 4,000 off of a clip, but it's nothing like super crazy or anything. So
Yeah, I was noticing that
I
your
don't really,
reviews, those numbers were way up there for people who had actually like tuned into your review, which is awesome. And so
yeah,
did
like
that just
those,
to get
and it was very like it wasn't woke. It was very real. Like it was very honest. It wasn't scripted or put through a thread of what I can and can't say. I just said what the fuck I want to say about a movie, and it got good responses most of the time. So
yeah.
that was cool. I'm not a bullshitter. I don't ever want to do that if I'm ever famous. I don't ever want to be the guy to cherry pick and like walk like tiptoe around things. Like if I have an opinion, I'm gonna tell you it, and it's just that simple. Like, it's not a fucking complicated.
Yeah, same.
I
And I
don't.
think that our audiences appreciate that because we're so used to people, you can see that they're two-faced and you want to support them anyway, but then you're like, you know, like
Yeah.
you don't know
It
them.
feels like disconnected, kind
Yeah,
of. It feels like
that
a
we've been
money
lied to.
grab, or I don't know. It doesn't feel real, you know? It don't feel like a real person you're listening to. It feels like you're listening to someone that's like a WWE scripted guy type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
And like,
exactly. Yeah, he's as real. Most celebrities are as real as the Undertaker. I will give you that. Yeah.
but I don't want to ever
What
do
do
that.
you
I'm
want on
not
your
that type of guy.
tombstone?
Come again?
So what?
What do you want on your tombstone?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy
Like,
either.
Pizza.
what movies have you guys watched recently? Have you
I
guys
got
watched the
I,
new
I got a more
Superman and
yeah, I got a more interesting question for you actually, if you don't mind.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you're good. So what transitioned you away from doing content that was popular? I mean, that's the burning question that I think that anybody when they come, if they hear this podcast, they go and check out your YouTube and they're checking your stand up, that's what they're gonna ask is what changed for you, or why didn't you stick with it?
Um
I'm wondering.
just like the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I don't know. I didn't feel attraction with it like I thought I would. Like it wasn't
Okay.
as I don't know. I don't know. I like it, it's always a thing I can do if I want to, but it doesn't seem like a thing that is enough to make an exposure to myself. Like it's a very niche thing, and I think comedy is much more of a encompasses everybody in a way sometimes,
Sorry.
and
Sorry.
that helps. Where if you're just talking about a movie or a video game, you're only going to get the movie or video, and that's the problem because my subscribers are all movie and film video game people, so that's where you don't really get the traction with comedy because they're not those people. So it's always
Right.
a certain niche with shit. There's some things that are you like I'd have to go all in on that, and if I really am committed to caring that much about, because especially like the movie industry and the gaming industry is getting very woke or very liberal in the sense that they're odd about how they do things, and it's frustrating because it's like eventually it just becomes a negative like podcast, a negative video every time, and it's like I don't want to just
Oh,
make negative videos.
I'm
Like
I'm
I
with
don't
you.
like this game. I don't like this game. I don't like this game. I don't like this game.
For
And I
these
see that
reasons.
from a lot of people. I
Right.
see that from so many YouTubers that I follow that I do like, but that's all they do is just that's their whole thing is just trashing the negative of the industries, and I just don't want to do that. It's negative, it's bad on your mind. Like,
100%.
I don't have fun with it. I mean, it just irritates me at a point. Like, if you do 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 videos a week, and every single one of them is you're kind of like pissing yourself off as you speak it, and then you're
Right.
like, you know what? I don't want to fucking talk about this anymore. I don't
Yeah.
want to say Dragon Age has died. I don't want to talk about how fucking Splinter Cell's never gonna come back. I don't want to talk about how Call of Duty wasn't when I was a kid. I don't want to talk about. I just want to, it's kind of like a therapy thing. Like, you don't want to fucking be negative 24/7. It's not
Right.
fun,
Right.
you know? Like there's very few lights in my life in those demographics. Like, very few. So you can't make a career out of it on YouTube because
Right.
it'd be like once in a while something makes you happy. So but comedy is
Like, today
always
it's a positive.
yeah, like comedy is always cool. It's
Once
always
a month
fun.
positive.
Yeah, that's not worth it in my mind. I do want to get back to it and
100%.
maybe do that and just have fun with it every now and then. But
Right.
I don't want to make that my thing because it's not. It's very negative right now. I do not like a lot of the stuff coming out. But there are some things that pop out that I'm like, but then you can't make a channel off of that. You can't make a channel off of fucking you had a good movie in March and you had one in July and then you had one in October.
Right.
You have 3 fucking movies to talk about in your whole shit.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to review
ain't-
all the movies if you're gonna review movies, right? Or at least all the
and then
popular
if you
movies
do
that people
that,
want to know about.
and then most of them are negative, it just puts you in this mindset that everything's
100%.
bad, everything's getting worse, no one's listening, they don't listen to fans, they don't understand. Like, you get in this mindset that the world fucking sucks, and I don't want to even know about it. I don't even want to listen anymore. Like, I kind of fell out of gaming because it's just not worth it. $70 for a game that's ass is so fucking ass, man.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
you buy that
exactly.
bitch, you play it, and you're like, this is not it, man. Like, gaming just isn't the same. It's very depressing and fucked up, and so I don't want to talk about it all the time. And that's
That
what
is
you'd have
fair.
to do if you were
Yeah.
gonna do. And I know people do that. They do that, and they
And you can
mask it.
see, begin to see success. It sells, but like, people being mad sells. Rage baiting is a very real thing, which is why most media has turned that way.
Well, I rage bait on accident. That's my
Well, that's what I'm
problem.
saying. Yeah,
Like,
no,
I
I don't think
am.
you did it, but I think once you realize that's what you're doing, you're like, oh, yuck, and that's why I'm glad that that's your reaction, because you're like, I don't like this. Why are we doing this? So
It's
you're just
not
like,
fun.
yeah, exactly. I want to go make jokes and tell funny stories.
I mean,
Like, that's way
basically
better
you gotta
for
be
sure.
basically you gotta be like a troll. You have to be a troll to really like doing that to a
Yeah,
point, you know? Like, you have to
you
be the
want
guy
people to
that's
be,
like, fucking, I just want to fucking piss people off, bro. I just want, and I don't want to piss people off.
right? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I do, but I don't like, I don't want to, like, I want to piss people off, but I don't want to feel bad about the situation. Like, okay, I don't like this new movie. Fuck you guys who like it, but then, like, I like talking about it so much reminds me how pissed off I am about the movie. And I'm like, I
Right?
don't want
Yeah.
to feel that. I don't want to think about that. I just want to watch it and go on with my life.
Be
I
like,
don't need to
this movie
think about it
sucks. I don't
anymore.
need to think about I don't need to tell you all the reasons why it
But
sucks.
it
It's actually making me
but it
miserable.
it did help, though. I'll give that, because like YouTube, especially long form content, 10, 15 minutes talking about one subject, you really get that help, especially for like comedians, to talk about things at a long form statement. Like, you have a lot of words you can say, and you have to kind of, and I grew to learn how to do that more and more as I did it. So that's helpful, but I don't want to, it's not the way I want to go, I don't think. But it was helpful. I'll give it that, because it really trained me to how to talk long form about something. So that's cool, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to. And then you get, pick sides. You got to pick a side, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. I'm not a side picker. I like things that people like on the woke side, and I like things that the conservatives make, like, that I agree with. Like, I like everything, but I dislike from both sides as well. So it's like,
Right.
I can't pick a side. There's no side to pick. I like everything and nothing at the same time.
Right. There's
Like,
things to appreciate and there's
how do
things to
you?
critique on anything that you run into.
Yeah. So it's a bitch. But
Fair. That's
I do
I
like doing comedy though. I always wanted to do it, and I randomly did it. Went to the Funny Bone. They had an opening. I didn't know anything about comedy, and it killed. Killed the next 2 times. Met some promoters, and it's been pretty good so far. So I'm gonna
that's
keep with
awesome.
it. It's
Yeah,
nice.
and you've been doing it, you said, for like 9 months at this point, almost a year.
Ah, shit. No. I started in March, so that's like 5, 6 months at that
Okay.
point, probably.
Jeez, yeah, where we're at in this when this time of the
It's
recording. Um,
a
y-
a lot has happened, bro. A lot has happened in just that short period of time. Just meeting people and going to different clubs and traveling different cities. Like it's been a blast for sure. But I'm a newbie. I'm the new one. I'm the new guy.
and again,
Always. I mean,
guys,
I've met a
and this
couple new guys, but they're far and few.
for those of you who are listening to this podcast who haven't heard his stand-up yet, you should go check it out because you might not believe me when you hear him say he's only doing it for 5, 6 months, and he's very, very funny, has great material, is it's always changing. That you would enjoy to see him live. And you'll enjoy to see his stand-up on a video too. But just yeah, that
That's
I
that's
don't.
also That's
I
also
would be
a
excited to see
weird
what you're
one
doing in 10
because
years.
I'm glad you like that. I have recently critiqued myself to not do the same material or to not mix it up to do the same material.
Really?
Like I
Okay.
want like because I went to a real comedian show and I looked at him online before I went to the show, and he half of his set he had an hour, half of it was everything I've already seen. So I'm like, okay, so these pros that are making bank recycle their material. They
Oh yeah,
perfect
of
it, they
course.
keep
Yeah.
it, they go from city to city with it. And I just didn't, I don't know what was in my head that I'm like, like it was maybe a self-conscious thing. Like every time I go, I want to give something new to the people, even though they're different crowds, but they're the same comedian, same promoter. I don't want to be like going up there saying the same shit I did last week. But
Right.
I feel like if you find a good one, you can keep using it. But I was not in that headspace to do that. I just want to come with new shit. I'm writing all the time, write new shit every week. Like I already got some new shit. And I can't stop myself either. I always write new. I just wrote a bunch of new shit today
Well,
and
and
yesterday,
this is
but I
why
don't
to
know if I'll
me
use it.
it was such a big thing for you having new material all the time. Was it said to me that you're always observing the world and you are having a lots of different thoughts and experiences. So you said, oh, those are stories that I did back then, back in the day. Those are things I used to do. But I have a feeling, Curtis, that you might not be as interested in the day-to-day that happens with you now, but I'm sure you're still having interesting stories and observations that are coming up in your writing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can always write. I just that's like the like that's the point. Like should I keep going with this like different material every time, and some shit doesn't work, some does, and it's kind of like a workshop?
Right.
Or should I go with the things that kill every time, like your hit list, like your Led Zeppelin greatest hits, and get attraction through that and get more popularity and get more people noticed because you're doing the things that work versus the things that you're working on that you don't know. I have no idea how these next bits are gonna go. I have zero idea. I think they're funny. I think they're good. I think
Right.
they're pretty solid. And the way I pull it off maybe will inflict it. I have no idea. It's a fucking up in the air situation
Very,
versus
very much
me
so.
having this set that I know is decent. There might be a bit in there I can kill and put another bit that was good and replace and all this, but I don't know if it's. I don't know how to. I don't know. I'm probably gonna go off and on with that. Like depending on where I go. Like if I go somewhere new, I'm gonna take the greatest hits. If I go somewhere where I'm like, fuck it, this is kind of like don't want to shit on the place, but this is just somewhere. Like let me just try some new shit out, see
Right.
if that works, and maybe
Right.
I'll add it to it. But if I'm going somewhere, if I'm getting paid for something, greatest hits. Bring the greatest hits
Right.
and fucking that's the way I've kind of like separated them because I think they're both good concepts
Yeah.
because you do want to bring your greatest, but you also want to experiment. Or like if I did a big show, I'd want to throw a couple new things in just because I'm bored. I don't want to do
Right.
the same shit.
Exactly.
That's my biggest pet peeve is doing the same. It almost feels scripted, but that's almost what you have to do because this is a job. This is an art form. This is entertainment. You don't want to go up there and just do amateur shit all the time, testing shit out. You want to give them something that you know is good. Like I know this is gonna. I know how to do this. I know what's gonna work out. I know how to work this through and wordplay and sometimes I improv. Like almost every time I improv jokes that I've already done fucking
Right.
20 times,
Right.
but I still add something to it somehow. And I don't know how. I just, that's instinctively. I don't do that on purpose. I just always just throw something in there somehow that's new because I don't want to say the same exact line. I don't know if you guys are like that with comedy, like Professor Comedy over here, Aaron. You guys feel that way, but I just don't want to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. And if I can do it different in 20 different ways, that's kind of a skill in a way.
Right.
So
For
I
sure.
don't know.
The joke can still be funny in a variety of different ways. I'm not going to step on Aaron's toes. Aaron,
Well,
we're
that's
wrapping
well,
up.
that's what
Let's hear
they were
you.
talking to me about. They were talking to me about. I linked up with a promoter in Michigan because I think you guys are set up in Michigan, right? You guys are more Michigan based. I
I'm in
think
Um,
two.
Ohio.
yeah, Aaron's in Ohio. I think he's played some shows in Michigan, but we do have a bunch of friends that are up there as well. So
Okay,
that's
I
probably
didn't.
where.
I I'm probably thinking of that Buddy podcast. I think they're in Michigan, but
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
the Very Good
more
podcast. Yeah, they are. They are, and a great podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's on YouTube.
I
They're
was
fun.
looking I, I was looking into Lipsiani, Monroe,
Ypsilanti.
and Detroit.
Yep.
They all have a bunch of shows, and I was texting a promoter, and he is a black guy. He is I think Kevin something. He's awesome. He's a cool guy. I reached out to him, and he was telling me because I have no idea about Michigan. I haven't been to Michigan clubs yet. I have no idea about the Michigan scene. So I was asking about clubs that he'd recommend, and he was giving me a list. But every time he gave me a list, he was talking about like, okay, this club's good. This club's good. This club, they do urban nights Monday through Wednesday. This club is mostly urban. This club is sometimes urban. I'm like, what do you mean exactly?
Oh,
What is? I have no idea. I'm like, what do you mean urban? And he's like, oh, mostly black crowds. I'm like, oh,
He's
I'm like
he's
that.
he's like this weird. I
I'm
have to
like that.
explain this to you, but
comedy is pretty segregated.
yeah, you
But I
said that
mean,
a couple
like
of times.
I unless I'm gonna be, I don't know. I feel like I'm always cool with black people, so it might be better to be fucking honest, to like versus
Yeah,
college kids and white people,
right,
and
right.
like it might honestly be better as long as I don't teeter the line on racism too far, because I have a
Right.
couple racist jokes that are a little much that I don't think I'll bring there. I mean,
That's
it's not super racist, but
probably not
it's
the best.
enough that you're like, maybe I shouldn't bring it to fucking Detroit. Maybe
Probably
that'd
not
be
the
a bad idea.
best place for it.
But
So
I'm
Curtis,
totally down though. I want to check out Michigan.
Yeah.
Like I have a dog joke that killed a fucking group of black people the other night. I was
actually, so
yeah.
we do appreciate you having on the guest. We are going to wrap up here. So thank you for coming in and being on Chandler, the very first episode of Chandler. And and I'm super excited for you and your stand up. I hope people will follow you and take a look at that, not just for the reviews you're doing, the negativity, but the fun that you're having and the comedy that you're doing. Aaron, I was going to
Yeah.
segue back to you real quick, just to give some thoughts because I know that we've been kind of talking about stand-up comedy and you have an experience in that. You had your show at Crackpots last night. Um,
Yeah.
and so what are your thoughts on having done it for a long period of time to anyone who may be starting out or wondering how to get it all together?
Well, obviously, it's so cool to keep writing and keep coming up with new jokes, but also it's important to develop your tight 5 minutes and then your tight 10 minutes and to like keep using certain jokes, like develop favorites. It helps.
Right.
Like
So like
the
a hit
jokes
and
that
list.
always
continue
do
and
well.
continue to explore those
Like if
favorites.
you're going to a place and you want to truly impress them, uh, like there's times I go to a place and I don't really care. So like those are usually the times when I try out the most new bits. But then there's some places like clubs where I'm like, I want to get booked here eventually. So I do my best stuff.
That makes sense.
It is
That is
so hard though to determine that though, because like every crowd is different. So
yeah.
like you could have a killer banger bit and it just doesn't hit because
That's
just the
why it's
crowd
important to
sucks.
use
And
those to try
so
those
you got to
bits in front of everybody,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to
like
do
the
it
same
multiple
jokes.
times and feel it out and see if it's ass. If you're at the third spot and they're not getting it, it needs work. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Yeah.
like you just need to
100%.
be humble and because some people be like they're like some people just be assholes about it and be like, okay, well they just didn't get it. They
Right.
didn't get the
It's
joke. And
everyone
I'm like,
else's
well,
fault. Right.
like when you're at your third spot, you should maybe do something different a little bit. You
Right.
know, try
Yeah.
something
Or
different with
take it
it.
out of your
Dude,
rotation and come back to it when it's fresh for you.
Yeah.
yeah.
100%. And Chandler, thank you for
Yeah,
hosting us here for today. Definitely, I appreciate being on your show. Um, do you
of course, man. It's nice to meet the wolf
the
in
wolf?
person. Well,
Yeah,
kind of in
right.
person.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, nice to
Um,
meet you, man.
Yeah,
what are your
I loved
thoughts
hearing your stories.
on stand up?
What's up?
What are your thoughts on stand up?
Oh, I'd like to do it someday.
Nice.
But
Is this your kid?
yeah, I actually bought a bunch of little notebooks recently, so I might use one for to like write down some ideas. We
That's
were
what's
talking
up.
about that the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. I feel
Most
like
things will make people laugh, so you can just write
Yeah.
your ideas down
Yeah, that's
and wing it.
yeah,
You'll
yeah.
probably get a laugh and inspire you to keep writing, you know, get it tuned up and shit. You
I
know,
love that
you can do it.
perspective.
Anybody can do it. If I can do it, that's what I tell anybody that's inspiring to be a comedian.
Right.
I'll be like, look, I can do it, you can do it. Like I didn't want to do it. I didn't even think about doing it and I just like started doing it and anybody can
yeah.
do it. And
Anybody
there's
can do it.
more interesting people out there than me. Like I'm interesting in my own way, but most people are they just self-conscious about their life, but I feel like most people have a lot of shit they can say
Yeah,
if you just think about literally anything, you have a take on it,
that
you know?
100%. And on that
Well, I
word,
was
actually,
thinking
I'm
of
gonna. Oh, sorry.
like I was thinking of like music comedy too, maybe.
That's right. That's
That
the
would
one we
be
were talking
really
about.
cool.
Yeah, and that would be funny.
I love
And I
I
think
love
that
music
yeah,
comedy.
this thought that Curtis brought up here at the end is really key. I think that all of us have really great stories to tell, and people laugh when they see truth, you know. And so when you tell people the truth, that you can just write it down and tell it to them, and most times that they will be amused by it. So, that's such a great word. Thanks, man, for coming in. Again, this is Curtis Wolff, who has been our guest on the show. This has been Composing with Chandler, jokingly called Chandler for this episode. We're gonna be back tomorrow night and get to some music, hopefully, if the internet's fixed for him. And then we're back 7 nights of the week. You can even listen to our writing meetings if you want to. It's always on our Discord, so get connected with our Discord. You can follow us on YouTube, comment, like, share, etc. But we also have, in the Discord, I'm about to wrap this episode up, but we're going to be hanging out afterwards too. So if you guys are a part of the team at coxinspace.com, coxinspace.com, you can come and hang out with us. Go check it out. Go do some stuff, and we will see you guys all soon. Bye.